Hi everyone, it's Hubert Shorter here with another video from the world of Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, we're talking about the Tavern. Now, I had planned to talk about my favorite spells this week while playing the game, but guess what? Patch 5 came out, so I thought we'd spend some time just talking about some of the improvements, some of the changes that have been made to this game with patch 5. Larian Studios has issued a community update. It's on their website, and I thought we'd take a look at it, just run through it very quickly to see what all of this wonderful new stuff is about. So let's take a quick look at it now. So there we go. Community update 25. Ain't no party like a Withers party. Now, of course, a lot of talk has been made of the fact that essentially what's going on is that there's been a change to the ending of BG3. A change in terms of an epilogue scene. Let's have a look at what it's talking about. So, yes, Baldur's Gate 3 has done very well. They've issued patch 5, and here's the key thing. They're calling it Journey's End, a playable epilogue in the final chapter in the game. So we've got this nice camp scene here, and we're basically told it's a chance to say goodbye before the final battle. Set at camp in High Hall, with a view overlooking the city, this new playable character, or chapter I should say, not character, takes place 6 months after the events of Baldur's Gate 3, and is accessible to all players by loading the game prior to the final fight. So apparently you need to do that. No, I'm not too sure if I will, but you know, it's up to you. Your epilogue is defined by you. This is a culmination of every choice and consequence that you've made since the very start of your adventure. A gigantic tree of permutations that leads to an opportunity to reflect on that journey before you say goodbye. For the writers of Larian, this final chapter, this final goodbye, has resulted in some of the most complex writing in the game thus far. I can imagine, based on all the choices that you could have made. There's got to be dialogue that's relevant to all of that, and I suppose that's what they're really talking about. So that's brilliant, and we've got a lovely scene here with some of our characters enjoying a wonderful feast. It's about getting the gang back together before the final fight. So you reunite with your companions to reminisce and trade letters, read letters sent by old friends, and keep abreast of the latest Baldur's Gate news with updates in the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. So a lot going on. Though happy endings are never guaranteed, this final scene aims to bring closure to your personal story based on your choices. And I suppose that's the objective of including all of this, because there was this complaint that the ending wasn't sufficient enough. You'd spent so much time with these characters, you wanted to send them off properly. Kind of reminds me of the ending of Mass Effect 3, but we won't talk too much about that. So that's what you've really got as one of the main elements in patch 5. Ooh, and we've got Astarion in Orin's outfit. So that's something that will be dropped as loot now in the game. Now, another big feature is this new game mode. It's called Honor Mode. Now, if you look at it carefully, it says you are limited to a single save file, which is just so scary. I don't know if I'll be playing the game in this mode at all. So that's what's being said about Honor Mode. It ups the intensity of what was previously our most challenging mode, which was Tactician. So it's more difficult in and out of combat. So it also introduces over 30 new tweaks to all of Baldur's Gate 3's boss fights, with a new legendary action system designed to catch players off guard and increase the challenge. So there's a lot going on there. Now, if for some reason you're able to succeed in this honor mode, look at that. Looks like you've got a golden die. When you inevitably die though, because I can't imagine anyone going through the game in this mode and not dying. If you die in honor mode, you'll be presented with stats from your journey, including how long and how far you survived. Should you choose, you can continue your adventure, which will then disable honor mode. But players who do manage to complete the entire game with honor mode without dying will be awarded the coveted golden D20. I can imagine there will be people trying to earn that particular trophy. Now, one particular change that I'm excited about is this one, really. You can customize your gameplay experience for a more authentic tabletop experience, which is really and truly what I've been always hoping that we could achieve in a video game such as this. And, you know, for the most part, Larian have done this. However, you've got some changes you can make here. In custom mode, you can pick and choose the type of experience best for you. With many options to pick from, a few favorites include the option to hide the required roll to succeed dice checks. You don't normally see that when you're actually playing D&D, of course. You've got other options: short rest, fully healing your party, disabling death saving throws, or even the ability to hide failed perception checks. Again, trying to emulate as much as possible the authentic Dungeons & Dragons experience. So there's a lot going on in patch 5. Yes, they're now supporting the Korean language. You can see that mentioned there as well. You can manage the inventory of your party without you having selected a particular individual to be a part of your party. And I've noticed that when I've been playing the game since the patch 5 update. So this is massive. It's huge. And obviously you've got to try and get it as soon as you can. Now, one of the big things about this update is its size. Larian Studios have said that it's over 100 gigabytes you're going to need. And one of the things that you can do if you're short on disk space is to, and I know it's going to sound weird, delete Baldur's Gate 3 and download it again, because the latest download does include patch 5. Okay, so that's really what's going on in terms of patch 5. A lot of stuff to consider, especially if you are still in Act 3, as I am. I'm really just trying to soak in every single adventure. And I know that there are some people out there are going through their 3rd, 4th, 5th playthrough of the game. That's great. That's wonderful. If you've got any comments about this video, or you've had some different experiences with patch 5, do let me know in the comments section below. My name is Hubert Shorter, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.